Hey guys, welcome back to OverTakes. This is Misfit.
And I'm Kel.
And we're going to hit you with some news, a little bit of the drama kind of news. We're going to hit you with the Boston Uprising situation. And also we're going to talk a little bit about the new camera that we told you we were going to talk about in the last episode. But things went a little long. We were talking about the roster, so we decided to do these two on a separate video. If you guys are new, thanks a lot for joining us. Don't forget to hit a like, hit a subscribe, hit the bell for alerts. If you guys are coming back, thanks a lot. And let's hit it.
Let's do this, guys.
Let's talk about Boston.
What a mess.
What exactly did these guys think they were going to accomplish by being like
right?
I don't understand.
You got multiple sides of the story coming out on this. Huck basically just digging himself into an even deeper hole than he already was in, because a lot of people were calling him out and saying that he was just
abusive.
Yeah, borderline abusive. Absolutely.
And Neko was one of them.
Yeah.
And, you have guys like XQC and other guys that were, they were in the room, so to speak, and they're like, right. Total fucking train wreck. And look, we thought Shanghai was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, this goes on so many levels of, and if you guys have watched replays of Boston from last year, watch when they're on stage. They do not look like they're having fun whatsoever.
Not at all.
Not even when...
when they were winning their 10 games in a row and that whole stage, like, even when that was happening... Kelix
was the only guy that looked like he was kind of remotely having fun. Yeah. Because he might be one of those guys that's just like, whatever.
Well, I'm just here to play.
Yeah.
I get to play this game as a career. I'm going to enjoy it.
Some people are resilient. They have that resilient brain thing like that. I'm one of the people that flames.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's blatantly obvious. You guys have been watching this like once in a while. But no, it's like just the abusive chat and then the whole Shadowburn thing that they had going on. And Krusty left because basically Huck was an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, Huck was an asshole and never gave Krusty full control. Huck was trying to run the team and coach the team and not letting Krusty really do what he wanted to do. And then and Krusty was already getting ready to... He's like, I'm going to finish out the season and be done with it. Then the whole... what's his name?
Dreamcasper.
Yeah,
the whole Dreamcasper. Shadowburn before.
Yeah, the whole Dreamcasper situation happened. And that's when Krusty was like, I'm done after this one. After this stage,
I'm out.
I'm gone. Yeah. I cannot deal with this anymore. That was the final straw. He was gone. And it just left the whole team in shambles.
Yeah, and there were fights and people were crying and, he denied Kalios, who at that point, after they started playing Note, he denied Kalios
any
playtime. Kicked him out of the room, and then they wouldn't let him go back to Korea to see his family, like they let Gamsu do.
Yeah,
they basically told him, if you go,
you're off the team.
You're off the team. I mean, what the fuck is that?
We're gonna rip up your contract, even though you're not even playing, and we're not even letting you practice or anything. You like, and it was super messed up.
Now, granted, he did go on stream and say, I'm playing MapleStory 2 and, cause I'm not allowed in the practice room.
Right.
I mean, that was kind of it's a 20-year-old dude and you're just like being a dick to him. He's going to be a dick back. I mean,
right. You can't expect that. But it's just, it was
passive aggressive, but whatever. I mean, you probably had to do something at some point.
Right. And that was probably the final straw for him too, because I'm sure up to that point, and we know for up to that point, that was not the first time that Huck had done that to him, or had been an asshole to him in general.
No, this also this for me, and probably for you too, this is just a screaming for the union kind of thing. Or not even a union, some kind of player organization. You have somebody holding their contract over their head and saying, you can't go home because I say so.
Yep.
Who the fuck are you, dude?
Right, exactly.
Seriously. I mean, if he told that to me, I would have...
Yeah, who knows? Right. Yeah.
What I would have done is a different thing.
Yeah.
I would have making whatever... And these guys want to play the game.
Right.
And, you're denying them that, and you're denying him to go home to see his family or whatever. It's a fucking 6-month season. Right. Let the damn guy go home for a week. You're not even fucking playing him anyway.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's just like the tip of the iceberg of the shit that was going on there. And
right, like there's been a couple of translations of what Kalios said on his stream, because he went on a whole big tangent. He was all over the place of what he was talking about, but there's been some really, really nice breakdowns. I highly recommend checking those out if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Because it It was very insightful. Then I guess you could see Huck's side of the story, and it just sounds like the ramblings of a madman.
Yeah, and then he's saying everybody's lying. He sounds like somebody else, everything's fake news.
Yeah, right, exactly.
No, it's not. All your fucking players are saying you're a douchebag. Why he's still employed, I have no idea.
Right. No kidding. That team is going to be a disaster.
And where the fuck is Kraft in the ownership in this?
That's what I want to know. How is Kraft letting this kind of thing happen?
He's sitting in his office and not fucking paying attention.
Yeah, he's just like, whatever, I don't give a shit what's going on with that.
Just fix it. Or don't.
I'm getting some money. Yeah. That's all I care about.
But, see, that's the thing. Someone's got to fix it.
Right.
And why the league hasn't stepped in, your players, you're in the same fucking room literally with them.
Right.
During these practices. Because they're practicing, because I heard they had a 2-bedroom house with 15 people staying in it.
Yeah.
That I don't understand. But still, the practice facility, you see what's going on. You hear what's going on. Yeah, there's heated exchanges in every kind of team
environment. That is going to be unavoidable. Even the best of the best teams are going to have moments like that.
But you can't tell me that none of those guys went to fucking any league official and said anything.
Yeah, it's
even
like we said,
for that matter.
Like we've said, the incidents like that are what you have a union for. Yeah. And that's what these guys absolutely need to do. And it seems like right now, the only reason that there's not a union is because the players haven't made it happen. Because Blizzard said, we're not going to make one because that defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah.
But we're also not going to oppose you making one. But the players have to take the initiative and do it themselves.
And now that there's 20 teams and more players and more money, because I'm assuming on the money front, Atlanta's payroll has got to be fucking through the roof.
Yeah, they have to be well over $1 million, probably close to $2 million, with everybody that they have on theirs.
To get DeFran away from his stream,
you got to be paying him probably $250,000 to $300,000 a year.
Yeah, and that's not counting, guys from Element Mystic that were sought out.
Yep.
Gator. I'm sure people were looking at Gator too.
Yep, absolutely.
And all the other guys too. I mean, they're all high-end players, but they got to organize and do something because this shit can't go on. I mean, to me, it's bullshit. Like on so many levels, you have to be proactive because it gets to a point where they're abusing the players for money. In my estimation.
Yeah, absolutely.
You are making me money. It's like, there's a reason why people in factories went union. Mm-hmm. They would chain them to the fucking machine for 18 hours a day and say, you're making my money.
Right.
I'll give you some. And, a little bonus here and there, or whatever. But that's why people unionize.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of it, but in some scenarios, I think it needs to be done, especially like in sports, because on so many different levels, it helps with the organization of the league. Like in football, things like safety, contract abuse, one-sided trades that happen. It needs to be addressed.
Yeah. And that's why
uncalled for suspensions.
Yeah.
Like if there's a players union, I don't think XQC would have got suspended.
Yeah, no way. And that's
things like that.
What I'm hoping. There's a few guys that really could do it and should take the initiative. I think what would be in the player's best interest is if Jake was one of those guys that stepped in and
Jake Surefour.
Yeah, Jake Surefour. They would need to get a Korean player in there as well.
Someone like Ruji Hong.
Yeah, Ruji Hong.
People that are respected.
Sabiobi. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
They would need to get some people like that in, and then hey, that keeps those guys employed.
Yeah.
Too. The guys that are gonna, because that's the other thing with this league is your careers are probably the shortest of any major sport.
Yeah.
Even short, like shockingly, even shorter than like NFL careers.
Yeah.
They're gonna be so short. Because there's such a limited window of when you're gonna be able to have these high level skills that you need to play. At this level.
You can even just look at it from last year. Everyone thought Seoul was going to be top of their game.
Look what happened to Miro. Miro was hands down the best tank in the world.
Yeah.
And going into last season, and then he fell off hard.
Yeah. Because other people got better. You lose a little bit of skill here and there. Some guys, like, from the grind, it just, screwed with them. Like,
the grind will take you down.
Birdring fell off for a good long period of time there.
Yeah, there's so many different aspects to it that, they absolutely need it, and it needs to happen sooner than later.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So enough on the contracts and the Boston shit show. Let's talk about something fun.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you guys have seen Jeff in his developer update, whatever that thing is, where he sits down in front of all Overwatch League characters that people mock incessantly, which I find hilarious.
Oh my god, whatever guy does those videos where he takes it,
all his words,
it's amazing. Some of the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But yeah. So in the latest one, I don't even think it's the latest one anymore, but he did talk about the new camera tool that we're going to have available to us for the World Cup. We kind of touched on it a little bit in our last video, but we didn't really go in depth of how we wanted to do it and how it's going to change how we are going to present our videos and how it's going to really change how everybody presents their videos and how we're going to view the Overwatch League in general.
Yeah, and for us, especially like for people like us, maybe not as much on the technical side, like some people are going to use it.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about Sabiobi, or we're talking about, somebody's gameplay dropping off, we can pull that camera up, and, while you're recording, pull that camera up, show you what we're talking about, and then, move on. Or like, if you guys remember, we were doing the Players of the Week kind of thing from the DPS and tanks and everything. There were days when because I do a lot of the video editing. So there were days when I would have to, especially for the tanks and the supports, it would take me an hour and a half
just to find
a
minute.
Yeah, a minute or less than that of unless it was Jonak.
Yeah, really.
But it takes that whole. It puts the camera in your hands, which is great, and then you have top-down views, and then you have that third person, which I like the best, where you can pan in and out. But the switching from player to player, especially if you guys have favorite players.
Yep.
We're going to be able to do things like featured players of the week. We were doing those things like in our sites, which is another thing, where we said, we're going to watch Jonak, or we're going to, in this match, we're watching, Rujihong or
watching
whatever.
Surefour, whoever. Yeah. So it's going to give us so many more tools to present to our videos, and we're looking forward to using it in that way.
And it also helps us put things out faster.
Yes.
So, it's not going to take me 12 hours to figure out.
Scouring hours upon hours just to find 30 seconds of video.
Yeah. And it's going to be easier too, where we can pinpoint matches and big things, especially with the way the schedule is and the amount of teams that are coming in, where we can even just do little bits of highlights of different big plays and stuff that we saw, because there's also going to be places from what I've seen and heard, like big plays, like kills, eliminations, you're going to be able to see where they're at, and you can kind of go to where they are on the kill feeds and stuff.
Yeah.
It's all beta right now, but I'm sure that, the more they work on it, the better it's going to be.
And the longer it's out, the more things that are going to be available. And there's just so many possibilities of what we can do with this. And it's really exciting. I am so stoked for this. I cannot wait to watch some of this stuff. Yeah. And then, being able to use that for your own gameplay as well is huge.
Because there are things, you're like, why do I keep dying when I'm playing X?
Right.
I think I'm in the right position. My aim is a little off, but that can be worked on. But
being able to see that from third person, from your own perspective,
from the
perspective of the person killing you. Yeah. It's huge.
Yeah. It's going to be great. like when I play Zen, sometimes I get tunnel vision.
Yeah.
I don't see the Doomfist behind me or on the side or whatever. You have a different angle. You can look at that, because usually you're just watching from your perspective, and then you're going, all right, I kind of see how this is bad, but not really, because I'm doing damage or I'm doing healing. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But when you can see the whole picture, it's totally different. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, wow, that was terrible.
So there's some really, really cool things that we're going to be able to do with that. And then just for players in general, it's going to be huge.
For the gameplay for them.
Yeah.
They have a lot of those tools available to them. Right. But now they can just do it on their own, at home or whatever. There are guys that are going to watch their own film. You take the NFL, like someone like Drew Brees or like Tom Brady, they watch 40 to 50 hours of film a week.
Yeah.
That's just not even doing stuff on the field. These guys are going to do that too. The guys that are really serious.
Yeah.
About, improving their game and,
And then that just makes it even better for shot calling, for things like that. Like, it's just, because then you get a better perspective of of everything that's happening in one single moment.
You know, especially, you know, your shot calling, you're like, you know, I should have saw that coming and called that out.
Right.
You know, so much different stuff. And plus, it's going to make it so fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun before, but you're not going to get stuck watching Genji and Tracer, which, I mean, it's not going to be that meta, but, you know, whatever the DPS is, I mean, they're going to go DPS. I like to watch the tanks. I want to see, you know, when Gator's in there playing fucking Reinhardt, I want to be on him.
Right.
You know?
Or there's going to be certain times where I'm going to want to watch the above view.
Yeah.
And they're not showing that on the main stream.
Right. And you're just going to be able to get a different, especially on some of like the 2 CP maps.
Yeah.
The above and the King of the Hill ones too.
Yeah.
Where you have tight quarters and the switching gets like a Volskaya was like annoying to watch.
Yeah.
If you can just pan back out and just watch the point, like especially second point, and see what, you know, where people are coming in and all that, it's going to make so much of a better viewing experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that will hopefully, they'll see kind of like what people are watching as far as that stuff, and they'll be able to fix what they're seeing or what we're seeing on the main stream. So that will get better. Like there's just so much that's going to improve with this. Yeah.
And I'm definitely going to be playing with it on when the matches, the first one's on Friday.
Yeah.
I'll probably hit a couple of late matches and screw around with it, and maybe we'll throw something up on Saturday or Sunday morning. Yeah. Just showing, you know, what we're talking about, what we did. Because some of you guys have consoles. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to play with this yet because it's in the Blizzard.
It's on the PC Blizzard
on the PC
app.
Blizzard client thing.
Yeah.
But they got a beta test of that, and I'm sure console's going to be different because you got to work the cameras different.
Yeah, it's going to be joystick and all that.
Yeah. Which, honestly, would probably be easier.
Yeah, probably.
Because those, like it'd be easier. Maybe
it will come out eventually for them as well. So maybe, it's really exciting. Some really cool things.
That's going to do it for this one. Thanks a lot for joining us. Be sure to hit a like, hit a subscribe, and all that kind of good stuff. If you're new, thanks a lot. You know, hit the bell if you want to get alerts coming up. Like I said, we're going to be doing some stuff. Of course, we're going to talk about Blizzcon because I'm sure a bunch of stuff's going to drop.
Yeah.
You know, we got new heroes and all that kind of stuff. Plus, we're going to have, I'm sure everybody's got their big, grand, dramatic entrance for their fucking team and all that shit.
Yeah, we're going to have more rosters. We're going to have a ton more. We still have, 6 teams that need to unveil their name and their logo, their colors. Most of the rosters are still completely open. Yeah. There's going to be some of the established teams that are going to have new roster announcements. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot coming out in the next couple weeks. And so we're going to try to cover all of that we can.
And we'll hit on some World Cup stuff too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll try and do some videos with, you know, so you can see the different camera angles while we talk about that. So just to give you a little heads up on that. So you guys have a good rest of your day, and we will talk to you later.
Catch you guys on the next one. Later.